Febrianti Dwi Puspaningrum with the student ID 8111420028, and my role is observer.
Hello everyone, my name is Laila Putri Aulia and my ID number is 8111420009 and 3, and my role is editor.
Hi everyone, my name is Valendriati Chahapsari and my student number is 8111420150, and my job in this video is as an observer, interviewer, and also I search the solution about the topic in this video. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Maulana Fuanugraha from International Class 2020. My role in this project is as an observer and cameraman. Nice to meet you.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Hanafi Haikal. My ID number is 81142091, and my job here is to find out the information about the issues we are discussing.
Based on Law Number 23 of 2014 concerning regional government, autonomy regions are the rights, powers, and obligations of autonomous regions to regulate and administer on government affairs and the interests of local community in the state system, Unitary Republic of Indonesia. The objectives of implementing regional autonomy policies are as follows. First, can improve service to the community. Second, can develop a life based on democracy. Third, can realize a social justice for the whole community. Fourth, can realize regional equity. Fifth, can maintain harmonious and good relations between the center and the regions as well as between regions in order to maintain the integrity of the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia. The sixth, can encourage community empowerment efforts. Seventh, can foster initiative as well as creativity, increase the role of the community, and develop the roles and functions of the regional people's representative assembly.
However, in the implementation of regional autonomy, not all regions can develop rapidly, so there are some areas that are classified as underdeveloped. Poor areas will slow to develop. Then it will be difficult to achieve equality economy and there will be disparities between regions. Based on Article 56 of Law Number 28 of 2009, revenue from street lighting tax part is allocated for the provision of street lighting. However, we still often find that there are street lighting facilities in certain areas in the city of Semarang or not function properly. An example of an area experiencing this problem is the citizen of Semarang expressed his disappointment over the lights in public facilities in the old city of Semarang often turn off and don't work in the Twitter.
According to Article 8, Paragraph 5 of Law Number 8 of 2009, revenue for motor vehicle tax of at least 10%, including that which is shared with Regency municipalities, is allocated for road construction and maintains as well as improving modes and means of public transportation. Road maintenance is a road handling activity in the form of prevention, maintenance, and prepared need to maintain road condition, so that they continue to function optimally to serve traffic. By that, the specified planned life can be achieved. Public transportation is a system of passenger transportation for the general public that is often administered on a schedule, operate on a stable route, and charge a set price for each journey.
In Semarang, we also often encounter road conditions that are not well maintained or in poor condition. Real examples of this problem can be seen in areas such as Hasanuddin Street and Gatot Subroto Street. We were there and we confirmed it ourselves. In addition, the condition of the bus stops for transportation also needs to be considered by the government. In 2019, Semarang was in the spotlight because of the condition of the bus stop at Simpang Lima was in poor condition. The government should always conduct a review so that the layout and condition of existing bus stops can be repaired or renovated if the conditions are not suitable. or in poor condition. So that the existence of the bus stops is not only for a place to wait, but a comfortable place to carry out daily activities while waiting for the bus Trans Semarang.
Sebelumnya kita mau ngadain wawancara terkait regional autonomy atau otonomi pemerintah daerah. Difokuskan pada permasalahan infrastruktur yang ada di jalan. Sebelumnya dengan Mas siapa yang akan diwawancara?
Muhammad Prasetyo.
Muhammad Prasetyo, dipanggilnya?
Pras.
Oke, Mas Pras ya. Nah, dari daerah yang dilewati Mas sendiri itu daerah mana aja buat jalannya?
Untuk daerah di Semarang itu mungkin ada jalan di Singosari. Ya. Oke, untuk daerah seputaran Simpang 5, juga daerah Karyadi dan sekitarnya.
Untuk daerah yang dilewati atau untuk mobilitas sehari-hari itu, apakah ada daerah yang jalannya itu tidak rata atau rusak seperti itu, Mas?
Pasti ada. Ada beberapa sih untuk di jalan, mungkin itu bekas perbaikan dari penggalian kabel atau perbaikan jalan sehingga menimbulkan itu tidak setara tingginya gitu.
Ya, berarti,
sehingga menyebabkan ya rodanya nggak enak gitu.
Ya berarti nggak seimbang karena nggak rata ya, walaupun sudah ditambal tapi tetap nggak rata.
Dan juga ada beberapa itu genangan resapu, mungkin fungsinya buat resapan air tapi kurang dimaksimalin sehingga membahayakan gitu.
Oke. Terus di daerah yang Mas lewati sendiri itu apakah ada daerah yang lampunya mati atau bahkan tidak ada penerangan jalannya?
Mungkin untuk beberapa sih Kak, seperti di daerah Karyadi yang terkadang itu lampunya mati untuk beberapa saat aja. Dan kalau untuk saya kan rumahnya Ungaran, mungkin di daerah Gunung Pati gitu kurang penerangannya. Seperti itu.
Terus bagaimana pendapat Mas sendiri terkait infrastruktur yang rusak atau drainase yang kurang maksimal dan juga pembangunan infrastruktur yang dilakukan oleh pemerintah Kabupaten Semarang ataupun Kota Semarang sudah baik atau belum? Bagaimana pendapatnya?
Kalau untuk dari saya pribadi itu, kalau untuk saat ini sudah cukup mumpuni, tapi akan maksimal lagi untuk diperbaiki. Mungkin perintilannya sih Kak, dalam artian yang jalannya rusak dikit.
Berarti
mungkin ya perbaikan seperti itu.
Paling enggak perbaikannya lebih bagus.
Dimaksimalkan
lagi. Dan juga enggak setengah-setengah kalau ngerjain gitu ya.
Solutions. First, the Semarang City Government, through the relevant agencies, conduct research on several road points that were severely damaged. Second, the Semarang City Government carried out constructions and maintenance for several roads with damaged points. Third, if there are road problems and disturbing road users, the public can report the matter to Lapor Handi. And the last one, people who find potholes or road conditions that are badly damaged can report it through the Jaki apps atau Jalan Kita, which can be downloaded on the Play Store.